Tēnā koutou katoa ki te whānau, ngā mihi kia koutou, ki te aroha nui, ki te aroha mai, o ihoa ngā rangi Māori e, o ihoa. Mihi mai rā, mihi mai rā, mihi mai rā. Ko Rawiri tōku ingoa, ko taranaki ki te maunga, ko aote te waka, ko taihape ahau. O ihoa, mātua tama wairua tapu, ngā wairua tanga, ngā wairua tapu, tēnei rā. Ki te kaupapa, i ngā mamai, o tātou i ngā whānau, i ngā kore e whānau tātou. I reira, katoa ki te mamai, a homeless whānau, I reira katoa ki te ihoa. This little video I dedicate to those who are less fortunate, who are struggling. And there are many whānau there who've been homeless for 30 years, maybe a bit longer, and just on the paper or in the Herald that there was a man that who passed away outside the Methodist Church in Manurewa, found dead. And you know, has been a lot of deaths on the streets, not just in the city, but also out in South Auckland, anywhere that people, you know, find somewhere to sleep, and it's a bit unusual for people who are, you know, sleeping out in the cold, you know, and intense, and trying to keep themselves warm. And we're living in a society where the governments, especially the national government and National Party, and even Labour. I understand that Labour has tried so much to say that, you know, they care about people who need homes, but actually Labour is in coalition with the National Party, always has been, you know, and 90% are Māori and Pacific Islander, and that's the stats. You know, you hear about the housing crisis in Auckland and all over New Zealand, all over the North Island and the South Island, but mainly the North Island. You know, there's a lot of whānau out there who are sleeping in garages, who are sleeping in cars. The rent has gone sky high in the last couple of months, and you know, whānau are struggling. Those who are less fortunate are struggling because of the rent, because they can't afford the rent, you know. And I give an example, living in my place for about since 2015. It took me 2 years to get onto the Housing New Zealand list, and you know, and I got to experience firsthand of homelessness because I was homeless, and you know, not because of anyone else, not because of things that happened, but because I chose to be homeless. And so it took me 2 years to get into a Housing New Zealand house, and others are still waiting for housing. You know, and I'm part of the LifeWise organisation that's helping our whānau. I'm part of the peer support. I did the peer support training last year in 2016, and I am waiting to get casual work from LifeWise so I can apply for it, do my CV and everything else, and get out there. Every day I see the homeless community out there. They say hello to me, I say kia ora whānau, or say how are you, make sure you're warm, make sure you're safe, you know. And to me, I'm very blessed to be in a home, and maybe some of them don't want to go indoors because they feel that there's a lot of freedom out on the streets of Auckland, out in the streets. Free rent, you know, you don't have to pay rent. But at the same time, there's a lot of people out there who are dying from the drugs and alcohol, especially the synthetics, and you know, it's killing our people too, the drugs and alcohol and the violence that comes with it too. So all in all, you know, how are we supposed to go out there and put ourselves out there to see what's happening out in the community, you know? And I have a passion for the people, especially for our Māori people, you know, whether you're part Māori, whether you're half Māori, whether you speak the reo. And you know, my goal is to support those who are whakamā, who are tauiwi. You know, I've connected with Pākehā whānau as well. I became friends with Pākehā because, you know, they want to learn our culture, they want to learn our language, you know, and our tauiwi whānau want to come and embrace our culture, you know. And it's beautiful because you get a lot of people that come to the street choir who are Pākehā, who are Pacific Islander, you know, and been teaching them some waiata in our choir. And it's amazing to see how fluent they can be when they learn the language. You know, when you support someone who is less fortunate than others, you know, it is the rich that is causing the pain for those who are less fortunate and making them homeless. You know, the rent's going up, you know, and there should be a system where people can live free from anxiety, depression, and other things as well. You know, and speaking from experience, being on the streets for 3 years, maybe 2 years exactly, I got to know the whānau. They all know me. They're like, oh, kia ora bro, kia ora cuz, you know. They feel like they belong, you know. They don't feel as whakamā as, you know, as they want to be. but they're there to survive. They are not just survivors, they are warriors. Simple as that, they're warriors. I'm not a survivor, I'm a warrior. And that's it. Making those sacrifices means making true sacrifices to be who you are. Self-determination. I believe in self-determination. Whether people like it or not, whether I like it or not, self-determination is all in here, and it's all in here. Mind and body. Self-determination can actually also be believing in yourself that you can do anything. It's possible. How I learned self-determination is through experience, letting go of my past of 25 years, and knowing that there are people out there that love me for who I am, whether they like it or not, whether they had something against me, didn't bother me. Self-determination is believing in that you can do anything. And being positive at the same time. You people who have had depression for so long, and some of them that have never come out, some of them don't want to come out of it. Taking those medications, those people are taking those medications. Pharmaceutical companies want to use our people as guinea pigs. But when you have the wairua, when you have the mana, where you have the wairuatanga, where you have the manakitanga, the whakawhanaungatanga, connection is the key to reconnect with your taha Māori and connect with your wairua. What is the essence of wairua? Is believing that you are chosen to share the aroha, to share the wairua. Not many people have that gift of having wairua. He wairua tapu, he wairua tanga, he tātou tupuna, kei reira, ki ngā ihoa matotanga wairua tapu. This video is about showing aroha to those who are out there, and it's a bit like a documentary, I guess. And if you are determined to help someone who is less fortunate, do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated by a homeless person or those who are less fortunate. 90% of our people are Māori who are on the streets for any reason. They have their reasons, but at the same time, we must be determined to help someone. Self-determination is the key. Self-determination is something we all need to think about. Am I going to help that person who's going to lay there dying in the cold, or are we going to do something about it? Nā mihi kia koutou ki te whānau. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, tie moriora. Kia ora.